No, your bag is low Pro? Low Pro.
So we'll also cover the things I'm ditching, which I don't, that I left back in New Zealand, because I am now living in Bali. Imagine having every piece of gear you want, all of it. That's what I had. And now I've like hugely stripped back in the gear I use to get the highest quality photos and the highest quality video at the highest convenience. How user-friendly is your equipment to go capture the stuff that you want, that inspires you? I am photo first. I want my video equipment to help me document the creating of really awesome images. So I'm learning to vlog and have a minimal setup, and just learning to vlog and stuff like that. To travel and to create content and to stay productive at the same time is actually really hard, and I think people underestimate how hard that is and how much time gets wasted if you're not organized in a minimalistic way. And I'm no longer gonna travel around with a short FM7B boom arm and stuff like that. First 2 years of traveling, I just wasted so much time. We sort of don't notice all this lost potential of energy that could be put in towards productive things. We don't really realize it because we sort of just take it as a necessity as we're traveling. So I want to travel and be able to stay productive, keep building the course, keep making a bit more photography, educational stuff in general. Portability and workflow is what I'm focusing on at the moment, but there's a lot I wish I knew. So that's for context on why I choose this gear. My camera bag is probably the next thing I'm looking to replace the most, but it's the Pro Tactic 450 or something. It's been great. I just would probably go for something a bit different. So if I want to shoot serious film, I will take this one here. So this looks like a 5D. It is the last film camera Canon made before going to digital. Best film camera, not the most vintage looking, but it is good autofocus. So Portrait 400. So Portrait 400 is my go-to. I'll be carrying around these everywhere I go. So these Marshall headphones are a new pickup for me. I love the way they look. They sound alright. The comfort's not the best, but they're so small and portable, which is why I really like them. This is the small rig, so that's great for the unique angles. And I was just thinking, like, what bag do I actually use for my everyday carry? And it's kind of just this bag, a day bag. And I just sort of put my camera gear. I'll just neatly put one of my cameras in there, and it's been fine. Because I'm traveling light and I keep things minimal, I actually haven't gotten around to getting a minimal day bag. Right, so this video is sponsored by Squarespace. Skillshare. No, it's not. It's sponsored by myself because I've made something a lot like Skillshare, where there is over 200 lessons now of really talented photographers. So you get their raw image and their presets and you follow step by step. And it's just for Lightroom, mastering color and perfecting your own style, because you get so many different perspectives, and we really learn about the why behind your adjustments. And yeah, let's get back into this video. So we have the R5C is the main camera I use recording me now. Audio, we have the Rode Lavs. First M1. My first camera is this one. So this is the closest you'll get, I've found, to film. 1998 E08, I believe, and I find this is much nicer than the G7X Mark II that everyone uses because this is softer, lower megapixels. Now this is my go-to camera. Photos with friends, every day, where I go, documenting with photo. It has flash, which is essential. Go-to lenses, 35mm and a 16 to 35. I love the 35, but if I'm taking one lens, I'm probably taking the 16 to 35. And a lot of people talk about 24 to 70, so the 70, I don't use the 70 too much because I shoot a lot in 8K and I just zoom in 8K and you get a 100mm look with the same level of quality. And the 8K is this nice compressed format, MP4. One of my favorite purchases ever, small rig, 50 watts or something. iPhone 13 with 1TB of storage can just endlessly capture iPhone behind the scenes. Okay, suitcase. And this is what I carry my camera gear in if I'm actually going somewhere with camera gear. It's an old vintage remote. Heading to the cafe to keep editing this exact video. This is the hub I use with all my hard drives. And what I've done is I've just loaded all the proxies onto this hard drives. So when I'm here editing, I have access to all my files. So I can keep editing years and years of footage on just one hard drive. So we've also got a lot of honorable mentions that aren't essential, but nice to haves. So if I was just doing photography, probably try to get down to just using the iPad. I use this a lot if you've seen my color theory video, but if you're shooting video as well, you'd need a laptop still. Definitely want the pen if you're getting the iPad. 35mm, my favorite. Honorable mention, you need one of these. Anamorphic 50 is nice, definitely not essential. Not essential, but I do like this purchase, C5R Lite by Godex. I do use it quite a bit. B-Cam is the Blackmagic 6K that I used to use. The Ronin falls into non-essential. I used to be all about it. Now I try to keep it handheld or tripod or just focus on framing and storytelling. We have the Pelican to protect the SD cards. So other items I'll have on me are my Apple AirPods. I just forever in using these. This makes its way into my daily bag. So that's Jimmy Choo Man Blue, a favorite cologne. My watch I wear, I get a lot of comments. This is just a random Facebook market purchase. I never know what glasses to bring, so I always bring a couple. These are my favorite, along with these ones. The iPad doesn't make it in, but if I'm going to a cafe, it definitely does. The dummy battery for the R5C, pretty handy. Lots of coins at the bottom of your bag. The Shure FM7B is on its way out, I think. Logitech mouse, very good. Mavic 3 Pro, unessential. Peak Design tripod that I'm filming on now. Spare SDs up the top, and a smaller charger instead of the Canon chargers. 2 at a time, 2 ports, a multi-adapter, whatever country you're from, multi-board. Possibly the best purchase I've ever made is this big hub for all your hard drives. It also charges your laptop. It's a really long extension for your laptop, so I can work off all my hard drives at once. Yeah, we'll just leave it there for now. So if I was starting again, I need my R5, I need high quality film. I don't need the 35, I need the 16 to 35. I need the small rig, I need the Lav, I need this camera. I don't need this bag for a small shoot, but I would get the Peak Design tripod, but I wouldn't bring it everywhere. Those are my essentials, 16 to 35. So it's hard to give advice around what you should get for camera gear, but I'd say keep it simple. That's been the most common thing I've seen while creating videos. Like, you kind of have to try everything to know what you need, but take it from someone who kind of had everything and kind of went overboard. But yeah, it's really hard to know what you need until you've tried it. Things like drones and gimbals and lots of lenses are kind of nice to haves. You just gotta like really fine tune your workflow. Workflow is the most beautiful thing ever. It's probably the biggest friction I find is just turning on the camera and actually getting around to recording something. So links in the description to like free trainings on Lightroom and color. Yeah, because you buy presets and no one really tells you why these adjustments need to get made. There's a lot of science to this. It's not just creativity. So what I want to do is just maybe incorporate more documenting the journey of creating the course and turning it into the #1 place for people to learn color and photo editing, because it is something that there's so much demand for people wanting to improve their editing. So I think I'll still try to do tutorials, but I might also include just documenting the journey of trying to make this the #1 course in the world for learning photo editing and mastering color.